Most kids have teddy bears in the cot. He had a football when he was born. On all his school books, he just used to sit practising his autograph. I've still got his school books now with his autograph on, like, because he knew he'd be famous.
Did you ever worry that football was going to take over his life?
It did take over his life.
Yeah, he's a bit of a joker and he's always fooling around and he's always smiling and laughing and getting up to mischief.
Lee, I just want you to know I think you're the sexiest man on the air.
And we love you.
I just think he likes to live life to the full and he enjoys every minute of it.
The Gemini is the twin sign, sometimes a little weird, but a very good sense of humour. Sometimes you can see things that are funny that other people can't, but they're quite infectious as a Gemini, and I think that the humour spills over.
Ha-ha! What's this then? What's this then? What's this then? Veggie! Ha-ha-ha-ha! Veggie, go on! Oh.
Introduction to the family, who are these two?
This is Bonnie with a white head and this is Junior with a wrinkled up face. Hey, the fat one. Junior's the fat one and Bonnie's the fast one.
So it is true that dogs take on the image of their owners then, is it?
Oh, I don't know about that. They're my dogs, not Bruce's, you know.
Do you know that he wanted to be the 5th member of Take That? That is official. That is not telling lies. That is exactly what he wanted to be. And we can all see him as just one of those, definitely.
He's always taking the mick out of other players and, you know, having a laughing joke. So, yeah, he's good to have around in the dressing room.
Bit of a shy boy, isn't he, Sharpe? He's a bit wild and that, but it's a good laugh.
Last time we was away, I think he told me he was going to shave his head because he had his head shaved by one of the other lads. And he was saying about shaving mine, but I don't think he'll do it, hopefully.
I turned up in the morning and just walked through the dressing room door and there was this big bald napper in front of me. I thought we'd sign Lombardo or somebody, like, you know, but it was certainly a shock. And he's taken a bit of stick about it in the dressing rooms, and I think the lads are hoping it just grows back.
You know what the amazing thing is, the 3rd longest serving player in the club? There's Brian McQuaid, Steve Bruce and Lee Sharpe, and he's only 24. It's fantastic. He came here in 1988 and it's turned out it's been an excellent buy.
Were you always going to be a footballer? Was it always your first love, your first interest?
Yeah, without a doubt. I never really thought about being anything else. Right from the sort of age of 8 when I first joined the team, up until 16 when I was leaving school.
He used to go out first thing in the morning, up the park with his mates. He used to come back covered from head to toe in mud. Come back for lunch, wash, change, go out in the clean strip and come back for tea, covered in mud. The mud you really got, the more he liked it.
So when was your first game of footy? Can you remember it?
First game, apart from just a knockabout in the park with my dad and my brother, the first game I played, first team, was the Cubs. I think I was about 8 when I started at the Cubs, and we got hammered 10-1. I thought, oh no, this is a good start here.
He played left back. He beat 3 players. He picked the ball up next to the post. He beat 3 players and he was still inside his 6-yard box. and I'm yelling him to kick it out, but he just hadn't got the strength. So after that game, we moved him up front. He was safer up there.
What was he like at school? What were his school reports like?
Always the same. He could do better. Always. And if he wasn't gazing out at the football pitch, watching them play football, concentrating more on his lessons, he'd be a lot better.
Physics. Lee needs to do a great deal of work in this subject before the summer exam. English. A very good year's work from Lee has resulted in very respectable grades. Mathematics. Lee shows little interest in the subject and is rather reluctant to work. Physical education. Throughout the fourth year, Lee exhibited a high level of skill in all that he attempted. He particularly excelled and progressed in football.
If he wasn't a footballer, what did you want him to be?
That's a difficult one.
Semi-pro footballer.
I don't think all his life there's ever been any discussion other than Lee ever being a footballer.
We've never ever, it might sound strange, we've never ever pushed him into football. It might sound strange, but we've encouraged him.
No, you've never pushed him into football, but I mean, before he could walk, he was holding him by the arms, kicking the ball like that.
No, I know that.
Having me lie on the floor. You know, they can kick with one foot all the time. Well, he used to have me lying on the floor, holding the foot that Lee couldn't kick with. Lee always kicked with, so he'd kick with the foot that he didn't kick with, but he never pushed him into football.
I always said, if you're going to do a job, do it well.
When I got spotted by Birmingham, I was 15 at the time, last year of school, and trained with them once a week for 12 months. And then they just said that they didn't think I was good enough to be a top-flight professional, so they let me go just as I was leaving school. So I was a bit distraught, but not too disappointed.
A friend of ours said that he could get him a trial down Torquay, and I said he's not going down Torquay. He's not going away from home. And they persuaded me to let him go. And I mean, at the back of my mind, I kept thinking, God, I hope he plays bad. But once he got there, I mean, they couldn't believe what they'd got, could they?
I went down there with a friend of mine, and he jacked it in before Christmas. He'd not got such good digs. He was missing home a bit more than I was, and he jacked it in. And I think, without a doubt, if I hadn't have had such good digs, then I'd have probably gone home with him.
I'll give your landlady a plug. Who was she?
Irene Thompson, and the two kids, Lee and Kelly, and her husband, Big Bad Bill.
With Big Bad Bill and Irene's guidance, Lee settled down to life as a football apprentice. The chores of boot cleaning and the like were not to be for him for long. At just 16 years of age, Lee burst into the Torquay first team. A tall, gangling teenager, Lee was hardly recognisable from today's version. But one early admirer recognised talent when he saw it. Sitting up with a flock of scouts at Plainmoor was the man who'd make him a star, Alex Ferguson.
Looking at him when the performance that night, he had all the things you could see in a footballer eye. He was athletic, he good lines about him. He was brave, he took a couple of head knocks that night and got up and played on, so he had good courage about him. Nice left foot. You could see that there was potential there. So we decided to do the business that night. I sent Len Node back into the ground and asked to speak to Cyril Knowles, get him out to my car, and we took him for a run. It's one of these runs that you don't get out here until you say yes.
The boss and Dave Turner come round the house, got me out of bed at 1 o'clock and said, "Hey, do you fancy signing for Manchester United?" I was just speechless. Couldn't believe it.
How long did it take to make up your mind?
Not very long at all.
He phoned us about 2 o'clock in the morning and he says, we'd just got in, hadn't we, from Torquay? And he said, "Is Dad there?" I said, "What's the matter? What's happened? Where are you, in the police station or something?" He says, "No, just put Dad on." We put his dad on and that's when he says, "Alex Ferguson's been down." He said, "He wants me for Manchester United." His face.
And he's only 17, a surprise signing from 4th Division Torquay last June for £30,000. And here he is, making his first league appearance for mighty Manchester United. Lee Sharpe's the name, a full-back, and whatever happens, it's a day he'll never forget. Oh, misunderstanding there leaves Sharpe free with McClare outside him. Into the path of Brian Robson, just wide. Well, the young head and the old head in Manchester United's side very nearly fashioned an opening goal there. It was a very good run indeed, full of confidence there from young Lee Sharpe. And he released the ball perfectly, although McClare was going outside him. He'd spotted his skipper coming up on the inside, and a perfect pass there for Robson to meet, and hit it just wide.
Fresh-faced, aged only 17, Lee got his United break as an emergency left-back, but soon he was moved into the number 11 shirt and made his mark as a goal-scoring winger. Injury cost him a 1990 FA Cup final place. Ironically, his replacement was Lee Martin, who scored the winner.
An inspired run on the far side. A chance here and a goal!
Lee was fully fit and recovered for the 1991 season. His season, starting with the unforgettable League Cup tie at Highbury.
To think I could score a hat-trick past Dave Seaman and we beat Arsenal 6-2, what a night that was. I couldn't believe when the first one went in. I thought, as soon as I scored a 20-yarder with my right foot, I thought, I've got to try things here. It's my lucky night.
A chance to cash in on Arsenal's early indiscipline with Clayton Blackmore. It's there! 80 seconds! Clayton Blackmore gives Manchester United a dream start. Clayton Blackmore. Lee Sharpe feels for offside as Bruce retires belatedly. Here's Danny Wallace though, chance for Hughes, 2-0! Stoppage time now in this first half. What a half it's been for United. Winterburn doing just enough. Sharpe pinching it back from Dixon. It's a beauty! It's raining goals at Highbury. Lee Sharpe with an absolute pearl. Nearly 2 minutes of stoppage time play and a masterpiece from young Lee Sharpe. By McClare, Denny Serwin, Hughes, rode the foul tackle, set up Irwin again, great cross, Sharpe, great goal! Just what United needed! Hughes to Wallace, still United going forward in search of more, Lee Sharpe, hat-trick hunting, he just won't believe this night is happening to him. A boy has become a man tonight. Lee Sharpe has grown up with a most dramatic hat-trick. Brian McClare urging men forward still. And he's got plenty of choices. Mark Hughes with McClare, Wallace and Ince waiting. Oh, Danny Wallace, 6! Easy!
It was a night when Lee graduated from being a promising youngster to a first-team regular, the making of a man, a superstar, with the image and charisma to match.
The Gemini male is quite vain, can want to be a little bit outrageous at times. They're the ones that want the very bright, as it is in the younger male anyway. You know, they like to shock, maybe, a bit more flamboyant.
Could you please demonstrate the famous Sharpe shuffle for us?
Actually, the manager's banned me from doing it, and he's got his spine. Do we believe that? Yeah! Would you like to see it? Yeah! Will you tell Alec Ferguson?
I'd been temping bowling a couple of times and I'd got a couple of sort of strikes and I'd turn around and give it the old knees and hands and all sorts. And just after I'd scored the hat-trick at Highbury on the Wednesday, and I'd done sort of a forward roll and slid on my knees and all sorts. We've gone to Everton on the Saturday and the pitch was absolutely bone dry, and I think it was Incy I turned to and I said, for a laugh, I said, if I score today, I said, I can't slide on my knees, I'm going to have to think of something else. And I ended up scoring right in front of our fans, and it just sort of happened. I just walked to the line and gave it the daft shuffle.
Mark Hughes, chance for Lee Sharpe, it's his week! I think he's enjoying the week too, don't you?
The manager didn't like it, did he?
No, he weren't over happy. He was. He just saw. All he saw was a young lad getting carried away with himself. Scored a hat-trick on the Wednesday, scored on the Saturday. So he just watched it in Everton's office. He'd been sat in the office with their manager and saw it on there and just saw red and came on the coach and hammered me.
Even though you just
scored? Yeah, even though I just scored the winner, but he come on and hammered me.
And of course you listened to him, because next time you scored, you just raised your hand, did you?
That's right, yeah, no chance.
You did it again, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I did it next time, was a couple of games later, I think it was at Aston Villa. And I've scored in front of our fans again. And I've gone straight up to him and done the shuffle again. Apparently Archie Knox said he was halfway down the track chasing me. Archie had to pull him back. Leave him, he's just scored the equaliser, leave him alone.
I don't think you can weave your character in the dressing room. I've always said that about footballers. But he's a young man now. You know, he's growing up. He was youthful then, so you can forgive it. You know, when they're young and 18 years of age, we do silly things when we're that age. But he's a young man. He's 24 now, so I would expect him to be more mature.
We've had the Three Amigos as well.
That was a couple of seasons ago. I don't know what made me do that one. I just thought I fancied a change, and I quite like that one actually.
What about the Elvis impersonation?
I don't know where the Elvis one come from actually. I just with Sheffield United, I just threw the collars up, went to the corner flag and gyrated a bit.
Fans love it though, don't
they? They're all expecting me to come up with something new, but I just can't think of anything.
Letters please to
I know,
Lee Sharpe,
yeah.
care of Manchester.
That's the one, yeah, without a doubt.
Talk about the face which launched 1,000 ships. This is the face which launched 1,000 magazines. Front page, back page, everything but centrefold. Photo model, catwalk king, everyone wants a slice of what's naughty but nice. Lee not only models the gear, he helps design it for Pony, and it's sharp stuff.
Were you trendy at school?
I like to think so. The trends then were sort of Lacoste and Sergio Tacchini and stuff like that were all in, and the Farah trousers, and the old perm at the back of the hair and the highlights, and I had the lot. I
like that one.
Did you?
Yeah, I thought that was his best hairstyle at the lot. This has got to be the worst he's
Perms
got.
and curly at the back and highlighted on the top, and it was a real...
That's the worst?
Yeah.
I
think that was the best. I think this is the worst he's got now.
What do you think the best has been?
Just when it's a little bit longer than what it is now. Like the boy next door.
No wonder he changes his image so much. If you two can't agree on what your lad should look like.
We're opposites.
My mood changes quite rapid, so I just sort of go with the flow, and however I'm feeling is how I'm dressed and how I have my hair done.
A man who knows how to spend money, but also a man who knows how to save money when pre-season shopping in Malaysia.
14. 10 is a very good price for this. It's a very good price. Very good price. 10 for this, huh? Huh? No? 125. 125 is good. 100 down there. But I like you, I'm willing to give you 125. 150. Obviously don't pay full price for anything around here, do you? This is a nice one. My friend Gary Pallister would like this shirt. Yeah? My friend Gary Pallister. Very good in this.
Yeah?
No, not today. Not today, but I will bring him back for this shirt. Now we're talking. Suit me? Look good, huh? Cotton? How about the taro? Cotton. Cotton. Yes? What size? Here's more Brady Bunch stuff, look. Great size. Very nice. Oh, one lady. Yes? These men's? Women's? Unisex. I think they look very, just my colour. I like this colour pink. That suits my complexion, yeah? Very nice.
How much the rent for the shop?
Pardon?
2,500.
2,500 for the whole shop?
One and a half portion.
For half a portion? 2,500 for this, 2,500 for that. 5,000 everything. I'll give you 3,000 for everything. Yeah.
So make an appointment, huh?
Make an appointment.
Mind you, Lee has been persuaded to buy some rather unusual items.
That's cool, isn't it? That's proper cool. This is actually my favourite wardrobe. I'm looking forward to winter coming around so I can get all my chunky jumpers out. I just love loads of layers and loads of chunky. Look at that. There's a shop full there. I just love all the chunky jumpers. Fantastic. This is just my junk cupboard really. Shoes, all the extras, belts, tyres, socks. Bit of Larry underwear there that don't really get worn a lot, but it's about all that's clean at the moment. This is more the cash stuff. This is all shirts and jeans and a bit of golfing gear there. Cash stuff. Look at that, signing autographs, people stick all felt tip over your gear, nightmare. Things you have to live with, you know. Bit of pony there. Some of my cash gear.
Those trousers, they're wicked.
These ones are like.
They're even more
cool, them. They're proper cool for the summer. And there's another pair of wicked ones, look.
Is that from when you used to be a waiter?
These are quite wicked. These are quite cool. You'll like these. These are quite cool, look. You put these on, look. And you wear them with braces. And then these tie around the legs like that. To pull them in a bit. They're cool. So you gotta have something a little bit different, you know what I mean? Something a little bit different. Now this here is the wardrobe. This is all my match day gear. This is my boring wardrobe. Suits and jackets, look.
Most prized?
Most prized? Most prized suit. Either that one, which is sort of a long jacket sort of thing, or this black one. It's a bit riffy at the moment, look. Looks like the dogs have been sat on it. But that's another look, see there, it's got the chunky bits coming out the cuffs.
Trademark.
I've actually got a jacket here. This one's a good one for you for the winter. See this? It's got zips on. And on the end of there, a pair of gloves go on the end. So you don't lose your gloves. Oh, this is probably cool. All this junk up here, that's just for dossing around the house in.
What about that? You've got to show me those white shoes.
They're not mine. They're not mine. Sorry, they're not mine. You're not having that.
Back on the pitch with Lee's dream season, the young Sharpe epitomised the bright new era at Old Trafford. Lee's goals were the business on the road to the League Cup final.
Webb with the corner. Palace is there again. Robert a little bit uncertain. Sharpe, it's there! That'll do it for Manchester United.
Sharpe chasing this one. Sterling getting the header. Sharpe! It's there for Manchester United! The mistake by Mel Sterling was punished so effectively by the young number 11. And Hughes gets it away to McClare. Lee Sharpe, the flag has stayed down. They say he's onside. Lee Sharpe now for Manchester United. And that has settled it. No doubt about it now.
But despite the goals in the run to Wembley, there was a bitter defeat in the final against Sheffield Wednesday. That was soon sweetened by European success. His semi-final goal against Legia Warsaw set up a final date with Barcelona in Rotterdam.
One to Clayton Blackmore. Like a pinball machine at the moment in there. Robson right in there, Sharpe in there. The breakthrough at last. Lee Sharpe.
I can remember about 2 incidents out of the game, and that's as much as I can remember. It was just one of them things that just flash you by. I mean, everybody's in the dressing room, all the older players are saying, you know, just take it in, lap it up and enjoy it. And before you know it, you're that nervous before the game. Before you know it, the final whistle's gone. And you're on the plane home the next day and you're like, well, where did the game go? But I mean, the atmosphere before the game was out of this world.
Frightening?
Yeah, absolutely. Makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. You know, we'd got like 3/4 of the stadium, and the noise from our fans was unbelievable. I felt excited, but I felt scared as well. It's probably the most nervous I've ever been before a game. But it was a fantastic experience.
Oh, and it's been knocked by McClair straight to Goyakachir. In comes Dennis Owen. It's over! Manchester United are the winners. 2 goals for 1 after a wait of 23 years. 2 goals by Mark Hughes. And United are home. Victors in Europe.
Back home, there was no doubting that Lee deserved the Young Player of the Year award. His dazzling football had him floating up on a cloud. A star had been born, but a young star was soon to see the darker side of life.
Gemini is usually quite robust, a good stamina system. They're not very edgy and nervy people. People that can control their emotions quite well, and they don't really get rattled. You don't find an awful lot of Geminis are the ones that are having breakdowns, things like that. I would say it's more on the physical and more to the skeletal.
Hello. Hello, how you doing? Huh? First smile I've got since I've been here.
Lee spends a great deal of his spare time visiting sick children in hospital. The shake of the star's hand has lifted the day of quite a number of youngsters. And Lee, from his time cooped up, has more sympathy than most with the kids.
Shake hands again, there you go. And that one. And that one. That one. Yeah, alright. Take it easy. It's hard work to see all the kids the way they are and they're all suffering and all that, but it makes it a whole lot better when you see them smile, when you see them cheer up as soon as you see them, as soon as you walk in the room and you see the faces light up. It's good.
Lee knows how it feels to be at a low. 3 pre-seasons in a row he was sidelined. The first time was at the start of the 91-92 season, and he was out for 6 months. But when he was back, it was with a bang.
McClair, now Webb, now Lee Sharpe, real chance. He's back. Chance to score here, and he does it.
Allister knocking it into McClair, the little touch for Giggs, he's away again. Little ball in play there for McClair again. A goal for Manchester United. Brian McClair, made by Ryan Giggs.
After the initial problems with injury and the frustration of losing out in the league, the season at least brought a trophy, the League Cup. And after the celebration came the commiseration. The news was shattering. Lee was diagnosed as having meningitis, a severe illness which required immediate hospitalisation.
Well, at first they thought it was food poisoning. They thought it was something I'd ate. I mean, I'd done 2 days of pre-season. I'd done a bit of running myself before, so I weren't exactly feeling tired. And I'd been to I bought a little poxy van that I bought for the dog I had at the time. And I've come back after driving this van back, and because it was a bit small, I thought I'd sat on a nerve or something. I got pins and needles in my foot, so I'm sort of banging my foot away, and a couple of minutes later, this pins and needles is not only in my foot, it's also up to my knee. So I'm thinking, oh, what's going on here? Like, all of a sudden it's come up my left leg, and then it's in my left side and down my left hand. I couldn't pick anything up with my hand, and then it's in the side of my face. And my speech went slurred, and my tongue went all pins and needles. And so I think there's something wrong here. Sure, there's something wrong. So I go upstairs to bed and think, right, I'll have a lie down. I'm feeling a bit tired. I'll have an hour or two sleep. As soon as I lie down upstairs for 10 minutes, I'm in the toilet throwing up. So I phone the club doctor. He comes round and says, right, here's a couple of tablets. You'll be all right. Go into training in the morning. If you're not too well, I'll have a look at you then. So I take these 2 tablets. 2 minutes later, he's gone out the door, throwing up again, phone him back, straight into hospital on a drip because I can't keep anything down. I'm in hospital for 2 days throwing up. Then it's like 3 days building me back up. And it weren't until sort of the end of that week that they diagnosed the meningitis.
The one morning, I think it was about his 2nd or 3rd time in hospital, 5 o'clock, he was up sick. So I run him up from Birmingham to Manchester Hospital.
Then he was rushed into hospital again.
And he's lying on the back seat with a blanket over him with his head in a bowl. I'm doing about 100 mile an hour. 100 mile an hour up the motorway. It's 5:30 in the morning.
There was a story which I know you've denied recently in the newspapers that it was all a cover-up, this meningitis.
I know. I had 4 visits to the hospital, you know, because it used to come in the attacks. The pins and needles used to be the start of the attack, and then spot on an hour after I had the pins and needles. They used to last for 20 minutes. Then spot on an hour after that, I used to be throwing up for 2 days. So I had 4 of these attacks, and I don't know, it was the 2nd or the 3rd time I was in the hospital. And a couple of days after I've come off the drip, the nurse says, "Oh, go and have a walk around the car park, get a bit of fresh air." And I was with my dad, and there's a reporter come up from London and a photographer come up from London, and they're like, "Oh, what do you say to people who are saying it's drugs related?" And I'm like, "Well, if you want to print that, you'll make me a rich man, like, you know." But I've had loads of people come up to me and say, "Oh, we know it was a cover-up and all that," but I don't know where they get it from.
We was told by the one doctor, if he has another attack, just don't race him up to Manchester. Just call the local doctor in. And we did that the one morning. He just sat there on the end of the bed talking gibberish.
We thought he had a stroke, didn't we?
Yeah, we thought he had a stroke. He just couldn't get his words together.
Dr. Camus is getting back up there. Yeah, it was terrible, but he's all right now. He's come through it.
He came through it a much stronger person, and a young man determined to get back into the manager's plans. The illness hadn't robbed him of his natural footballing skills, but he needed to build himself back up. Good healthy food's what's required. Not that Lee knows much about that.
The kitchen, how often do you come in here?
As little as possible, really. About as much as to make a cup of tea, read the papers and watch a bit of telly.
Now, I know you've got a club dietitian. Show us what's in the cupboard.
This is, well, this will be a bit, this is probably one of the better cupboards. This is...
doesn't look like a square meal at all in there.
No, there's probably, that's just little toppings and extras, that. Nothing
So where do you
too
actually
bad
keep
for
the
you.
stuff that you cook?
Well, that I cook? Well, the stuff that I cook, there's a loaf of bread, look, that's about what I cook, toast. And you might get a couple of tins of beans in here or something, look. Look at all the tin stuff and pot noodle. That's about all I cook.
So you're not adventurous at all in the kitchen?
Not whatsoever, no. I just eat when I'm hungry, and once I get hungry, I like to eat what I know I like.
It looks like peas and jam sandwiches.
Yeah, well, that sounds about right.
Say in a supermarket, does he throw things in and whatever?
Oh yeah, yeah.
What's his favourite little treat?
Food. I don't know. We love cereals.
Hmm?
Love cereals. Any Frosties and things like that.
Do you eat healthily?
I try to. Yeah, I try to encourage him as well.
What kind of things?
Just low fat food, really. Anything low fat. Grilled, not fried.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that your influence on him, or is it a joint effort? Does he?
No, it's a joint effort. Yeah.
What about you? What's your week? Chocolate, anything like that?
Oh yeah, I love chocolate.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a chocoholic.
Everybody's a chocoholic.
From the land of fine cuisine comes United's pièce de résistance, Eric Cantona. It's not only the fans who worship him, it's the players as well. Lee's game came on in leaps and bounds when Eric arrived.
Back for United, Lee Sharpe. He's only 21, but after 18 months of injury and illness, he starts what amounts to a second career. He's on familiar territory. His parents are here from nearby Halesowen.
After his lengthy spell out with meningitis, Lee was back with a point to prove. With Cantona leading the squadron, Lee wanted to fly the wings, and he passed the examination with flying colours. There'd been a testing time, but Lee proved he'd not lost the drive.
Roland Nielsen looking for Carlton Palmer's run. Ince has gone with him. Got the tackle in all right, but he's come to David Hurst. And 2 minutes, and Sheffield Wednesday have the lead. It's not the best of balls, was it? Pallister quite comfortably underneath it. Lee Sharpe, with the United fans just beginning to find their voice again. United haven't played badly in truth, but they have no goals to show for it. Maybe they do now. McClare! Pallister's flick, McClare's header, and it just kind of hit Woods. Irwin, Cantona, another superb ball. Lee Sharpe now. Giggs in, and Worthington just in front of him and giving away another corner, and United keep up the pressure. Giggs thought he was in there. So, Lee Sharpe again to deliver another in-swinger. Wilson away. Ince goes in. Pallister brings Sharpe back into it again. Working the angle nicely. That's come off the back of Wilson. Here's McClare, and it's hit the underside of the bar and gone away. Well, it doesn't look as though it's McClare's day, does it? David Hurst, John Sheridan. Bruce has had to leave him, and Sheridan's tucked it away just after the hour. 3-0 Sheffield Wednesday. Another Lee Sharpe corner. They've been a constant threat all afternoon. Palmer, though, this time first to it. Paul Parker to keep the danger up, though. Lee Sharpe again. McClare, and at last the ball finds the net. Looking for the right ball. It's not a bad one either, is it? Here's Lee Sharpe. Roland Nielsen's come across with him. Oh, super skill, and he's away, and he's got a chance to put it in, and McClare's put it in from the cross, and it's 3-2. Wing play at its best from Lee Sharpe. And when the ball was invitingly placed around the 6-yard line, McClare had the header, and United have the lifeline now. The ball breaking for Paul Ince. Ince releasing Lee Sharpe. Real chance here for United. Cantona still, and he's got it. 3-3. Ooh la la, says Cantona.
I feel okay myself, you know. I feel strong and fit in myself. So it's just for other people to judge now.
And you've ousted Giggsy from the left wing.
Well, I said I'd do that, didn't I? I told you I'd do it. But Giggsy, he don't mind playing where he does.
He does. He wants to play there.
Does he? I've not really asked him, to be fair. But he's not doing too bad for himself on the right, is he?
No, he's not.
I've told him we'll start swapping during the games if he wants, if he's that upset.
His comeback was recognised with more personal silverware. But the goal was the Premier League trophy. His return further strengthened a Manchester United side firing on all cylinders.
Is the one you've been waiting for. Yeah, this is lethal. This is the one you've been waiting for. Yeah, this is lethal.
Cantona. It's in.
This is the one you've been waiting for.
Cantona, maybe. And now Lee Sharpe. Cantona making the early run. Lovely goal. Lovely goal. Manchester United.
a very, very inquiring mind. You'll find Gemini, they've got loads of hobbies. They get very, very enthusiastic about things, and they can also, the enthusiasm can wane.
How long have you had this then?
Had it for Christmas.
You're joking.
Had it for Christmas off my mum and dad.
Is it something you've always wanted, is it, Lee?
It is, yeah. How'd you guess? I'm going to get floodlights and everything, grandstands.
Do any of the lads play this?
Nah, Keeney's been round and had a little bash, but
yeah,
he's a bit reckless, like, you know. Sends his car off the track, goes off the rails a bit.
What do they do?
It's supposed to relax me.
And do they?
Well, I've not broke any windows with them yet, so I suppose they are, really. I don't know. They're a bit frustrating, actually, when you can't get them round properly.
What's the secret of it? What's the...
Just
what's it supposed to do?
The nerve, or there's something that goes from your hand to your head that sort of relaxes you, I don't know. Chinese reckons it works anyway, so... Yeah. Chinese down the road where to get me supper from.
Je suis un rockstar.
Yeah. Without a doubt, frustrated musician. Yeah, I'd love to be either a good drummer or a good guitar player. One or two, but the only thing is, well, I've got a guitar and I've got a set of drums, but the only thing is, if I have lessons, if I'm not playing a guitar like Eric Clapton by next week, I'll jack it in. I've got a attention span of about that long, so... Basically just fads that I got bored of, to tell you the truth. But there you go.
What's your fad now then?
That's me, all over.
What's your fad now, eh?
Golf.
It's a bit extravagant. This is taking golf very seriously. It's having it in the back garden.
Well, this is a Christmas present from last year off my mum and dad. They'd already bought me a Sky Electrics and loads of other little toys. So I said, right, I'll have a golf net in my back garden.
Can I talk us through a swing?
Well, I mean, basically, it's just a matter of gripping it and ripping it. You get a nice steady stance. There you go, in and through, release, there you go. Keep your head down. Look at that, pro swing if ever I've seen one.
In the Lee Sharpe house, you don't find much football memorabilia on display. Lee proudly polishes the numerous golf awards, a sport he's close to perfecting with a 9 handicap. But when you talk about football perfection to Lee, it has to be the 93-94 season. The double season, where Manchester United once again ruled over England. A team rich in talent, tightly knit, international class players linking in every position, scrapping with each other for places. Lee even had that friendly fight with his pal Giggsy for the left wing role.
Giggs has carried on with this run, chance here for Manchester United, and still could be a goal, and it is for Lee Sharpe. Villanelle, Manchester United won, and Lee Sharpe marks his return to the side with a goal. Oh, here is Sharpe, one-on-one, here's a chance for his second goal, and United second, and he's taken it. 2-1, and it's a glory night for young Lee Sharpe.
Here's Irwin. Sharpe! 4 minutes, 1-0. Lee Sharpe, the scorer.
Now Kanchelskis. 3 shirts in the centre. Oh, what a header and what a goal! Lee Sharpe is on fire at the moment.
Well, the first thing you're told when you come into the game is never doubt your own ability. A lot of other people will, so you know the main thing is not to doubt yourself.
Lee Sharpe looking to get to the byline, knock it back again. It's in there for Manchester United. And that man has done it again, Roy Keane.
Good interception from Lee Sharpe, who gets it back from Dennis Irwin. Looks up, oh lovely ball, Cantona onside, and a real chance because the keeper stayed where he was, and Cantona makes it 2-0. Sharpe. Cantona, good return ball, here's Sharpe again, lovely ball, lovely header, great goal Manchester United.
He sent Sharpe away. Three to his right. And there's a very well taken equaliser by Mark Hughes. Mistake by Howells, and this is Sharpe. And that's two. Martin, first time, good cross. Oh, on the volley by Lee Sharpe, and a goal out of the blue. Perfectly executed volley, lean back just enough.
I don't usually score sort of goals from outside the box, so you know, to catch one as sweet as I did, it was nice.
More than nice, that was a cracker, wasn't it, really?
Oh, being modest, but if you say so.
Ince, Sharpe, goal, brilliant. What a lovely move from Manchester United. Here's Hughes, thinks about what to do, finds Lee Sharpe, no offside, 3-0. And the scoring streak for Lee Sharpe continues. I think he enjoyed that. A smile as big as the Stretford end.
Lee has his own special ways of whipping up a crowd. When a goal is scored, he screams just as loud and jumps just as high. With Lee Sharpe, there's no them and us. He admires the fans as much as they admire him.
Being a Man United fan, you're part of a massive worldwide club. What's it like to be the other side of that fence when they're asking for the autographs and chanting your name?
It's phenomenal, really. I mean, we've been to places, the Far East, we've been to places like Ireland, we've been into Europe, and no matter where you go, the amount of United fans and the amount of people wearing United shirts and United gear is really unbelievable. It's frightening to a certain extent. I mean, we go to Malaysia and there's people brawling, trying to get in to get lads' autographs. You know, it's really unbelievable that somebody so far away can be so staunch Manchester United.
Hard work, hard work. Yes, I have none, sorry, I'm sold out on what I got. Yeah, fuck that, you know, he's got lots left, look. I have none. Yes, you shouldn't bring any. Wrong button. Pushing the wrong button.
It just feels good to make somebody's day and give them an autograph. You know, I mean, school holidays, we have like 200 and 300 people come down to the training ground to watch us train, and I'll stand out there in all weathers just for autographs. So, you know, to just stand there and give a couple of 100 people or 60 or 70 people autographs, it's just to see their face light up, it's worth it.
Do you get any odd requests?
I've not had anything daft, really. I put in one interview that they said, oh, what's the way to your heart? And I said, oh, fast cars, designer clothes, and American hard gums. And I got an influx of American hard gums. Can't afford the cars and the clothes, but here's some American hard gums, any chance?
It's a good way of getting free stuff, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I changed it a couple of months after, actually.
What was that?
I think I made it chocolate eclairs.
Do you get them as well?
Oh, yeah, bagfuls of them.
To cater for his followers, Lee's got things organised. Or rather, his mum has. Gail Sharpe's mastered the computer and the mailing system. She oversees the newsletters. And she sends out his taped messages.
Is it good fun? Do you enjoy looking after the fan club?
Yeah, I love it, yeah. It's great.
What kind of things do you have to do?
Put things in 3,000 audio cassettes into 3,000 envelopes there.
It's hard work, isn't it?
It can be, yes, it can be, especially commuting up and down the motorway as well every day. Yes, it is hard work.
So you're actually going to come up from Birmingham to Manchester, what, a couple of days a week?
2 or 3 days a week, yeah.
It's actually a full-time job, isn't it?
It is, as well as a job, yes. I do work.
Does it surprise you how many letters come in?
It does surprise me, yeah. I didn't think it was that popular.
What kind of things do people say or ask, or what do they want to know?
They basically just want to know things like what he eats and what he does, what kind of music he likes, how he got into football, how it first started, and things like that.
Any rude ones?
No, not really rude ones, no.
Any ones you just throw straight in the bin?
No, not really, no.
Where do they come from, the letters? Just Britain, is it?
No, abroad. Thailand, all over the world, Malaysia, Ghana, everywhere. Singapore.
You must be quite proud knowing your son's that popular.
I can't understand why.
But he is. The Lee Sharpe fan club stretches far and wide. When they have a get-together, they flock, all ages.
Sharpe!
Not many fellas are seen at Sharpe's regular gigs. The girls swoon. It's like modern-day Beatlemania.
Get tickets out. Just put them off that way as well.
He's gorgeous. He's got the looks, the legs, the body.
Lee, I just want you to know I think you're the sexiest man on the air. And we love you. He holds great parties.
The barbecue opens in about 5 minutes. The music will be going on till 5 o'clock, so if you have as good a time as I'm going to have, we'll do all right. Let's make some noise!
Good for Leeds, it's quite good for me because then I get some of his fans on my side as well, so it's good for everyone, yeah. It's part of life, like if you make it in professional football, you know, but that's worse than I've had it before, like today.
Lee Sharpe, brilliant, I love him.
They like comfort, they like luxury, but at the same time, they're always wanting to move on so they can have several homes or lots of changes in their life. But as a home builder, quite a secure person.
I see the keyholes coming up. I would imagine you get a few requests for people to peep in your bathroom, do you?
Yeah, I get a few strange requests. I think a few of them insinuate that they wouldn't mind sharing a bath and peeping through the keyhole of my bathroom, but that's actually blocked up because my dad actually got stuck in here once. The door handle broke and you could only open it from the outside, and he was stuck up here for 3/4 of an hour yelling. We couldn't hear him, so we had to take the handle off and stick a bit of tissue in there so he could open the door.
Oh, wrecking my walls.
You're not a great liner, are you?
What's wrong with that? Look, perfect.
Do you know what the dead giveaway is? It's not plugged in.
It's not switched on. Is it supposed to be on live? I thought you could do it cold. I don't want to burn my jumper.
So who does the ironing for you then?
I have a lady called Pat come in and do my ironing. She comes in twice a week and anything I've got for her that she sorts out.
So is that an inability to iron, the trapping of fame, or what?
Probably a bit of laziness and a bit of unable to do it, I suppose.
Well, it's not your average cocktail bar, this, is it?
No, just I mean, it was Mark Rowan's his sister that helped design and get some of the stuff in for us, and she's plucked it from somewhere, I don't know where. She says, "Oh, I've got a great drinks holder for you," and I was expecting something nice and tidy behind the bar, and she brings this big flashy thing to stick on top of it, so... But I think it looks pretty good.
So you act as barman, do you, when your pals come round, do you?
No, not at all. It's self-service here. No, it's help yourself.
I'll have a Budweiser.
Bring your own and help yourself.
So this is where the serious thinking's done, is it?
This is where all the brain waves and serious thoughts are processed.
So 9 times out of 10, if we come in this house, you're going to be found here. You're a relaxer.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I've got the big loungy couch. I don't want anything that was too sort of sat upright and serious. I like to sort of relax and chill out when I come in here.
So tell us about the living room. What does it tell you about Lee Sharpe as we look around? Is there anything that would point you out?
Not a lot, I don't think. There's a couple of golfers on the windowsill. A few pictures of me on the unit over there. But I would say, basically, that's about it. Maybe the big stereo, that's about it.
Tell me about the Muhammad Ali picture.
That was when he opened Cheerleaders. That would have been, I don't know, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. I'm pretty much a fan of his, but it was an excellent photo opportunity, so I took it while I could.
It's a bit of a reversal of roles, isn't it? There must be thousands of pictures around Great Britain of you with fans, and there we are, you trying to grab one with somebody else.
That's right. Well, you know, we're all the same at the end of the day. We're only human, and we have our idols too.
This place looks like a sports nuts haven.
Yeah, it was something I wanted in my last house, but I couldn't fit the pool table in the dining room. So when I moved house, I thought it's one of the priorities that I want. My mates used to come up nearly every weekend from Birmingham, so I thought it was ideal. But since I've moved to this house, they've all found themselves girlfriends and settled down. They've hardly been up, so it's laid idle for a while.
Behind you, I don't see Premier League trophies or FA Cup winners' medals or something, but they've got a bit of pride of place on there. What have we got?
Well, we've got a few things. I mean, my dad colours all my football medals off me, but I've got a Mercury Golf Challenge trophy there that I won. That was I think that was last summer or the summer before at the Forest of Arden. I've got runners up for the Sunday League team that I was running last season.
I couldn't work that out.
Yeah, it's an open age team that I run last year. We came runners up, so that's got to get it.
Never turned out. You were never a ringer for them, were you?
No, never. They always threatened that I'd have to, but I always got away with it. This is just a supporters branch young player of the year that I won in 1990-91.
Oh, wow.
That I've never returned. Sorry. I think that's about it.
Are you very competitive at everything that you play? Even the Sunday League?
Yeah, definitely. I always play to win. Whatever I take up or whatever I play, I always play to be good at it. If I can't be good after a couple of weeks, then I don't want to know.
What about the pool? What's that like?
Pool's not bad. I've not played for a while, but I'll take you on if you want. It's got to be for money, though.
It's going to be the easiest £1,000 that I've ever made. This is it, Lee Sharpe, FA Cup final, Wembley Stadium, penalty to win it in the 90th minute. No pressure on me. Oh, he's doing it at that. Right in the depth.
There's the bottle.
If the 93-94 double was a highlight, the 94-95 season was a low light. A freak twist of the ankle at Newcastle cost him 2 months of the campaign. As Lee hobbled, United struggled. By the time he was back, the damage had really been done in the Premiership. This compounded by heartache in the FA Cup final. The one good memory was the Champions League tie with Barcelona, when he outshone some of the world's best.
Arrogant little touch there. Good ball by Ince. Here's Sharpe again. They really do fancy themselves down these flanks. There's Sharpe with the cross. And it's a goal by Mark Hughes. A super strike for Manchester United. A lovely cross by Sharpe. And Hughes putting the sword into Barcelona yet again. Here's Sharpe. This is great work again by Sharpe. And Hughes again is in the middle. Couldn't quite connect. Made it 2-2. A super strike again. And a smile that says we've done it.
We try things like that in training when we're playing five-a-sides, but it's the first time I've got to try it in a match, and fortunate for me it went in.
And Sharpe has made it 2-2. And Sharpe has made it 2-2. And Sharpe has made it 2-2. And a smile that says we've done it.
With Lee around, football's always going to have a smile on its face. The game cries out for characters. And let's face it, few players have the character of Sharpe.
Beckham's cross and the opening score. Lee Sharpe. Sit back when he shouldn't have, and Sharpe scores his second of the match and puts United in front for the second time.
So what are the good things about being Lee Sharpe?
The good things, I get to drive around in a nice car, live in a nice house, wear nice clothes, play football for a living. What more could you ask for?
He's here now, I mean he's standing behind me. How would you sum your boy up?
I just think he likes to live life to the full and he enjoys every minute of it.
I don't blame him. He's completely opposite to me. And I wish I was like him. I wish I was like him. I wish I could have been like him.
Long-term life plan, yeah. Retire a millionaire when I'm 32 and go on to the golf pro circuit.
Good stuff, look. Slay it up.